First I'll start with jointing the boards, this way I can run them through the table saw, cut the strips of the pieces I need for the glue up. It's going to be a lot easier for me to just keep working through this and not stop and talk because it's going to be a long video, so I'll just narrate. Now some of these boards have a twist, so I'm going to have to face joint them before I can run them through the thickness planer, just to ensure that I have a completely flat surface, so that this way when I glue them up I don't have any gaps in between. Now you'll see where it comes in handy if you set up a stop block on crosscut sled, make repetitive cuts. And this is where you'll find out that you can never have too many clamps. And now I'm going to make my own friction polish using a third of shellac, a third of denatured alcohol, and a third of boiled linseed oil, and I mix them all together. That's going to make a nice friction polish, going to shine it up and wax it all at the same time. Now I tilted the bandsaw table so that I can knock off the ends of this block since the glue dried, and it's going to make it a lot easier to take some of the pieces that I actually already cut off and use them as a sled to guide them along when I cut the other sides. Now I'll start to turn a tenon on the end so this way I can mount it in the chuck. Now just using some pencil marks I'll make the line from where I'm going to cut the top of the lid and the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is use a large Forstner bit with the Jacob's chuck and hog out most of the middle material. This way I don't have to use a bowl gouge to waste my time chiseling it out. Now I'll use a thin parting tool to start to part it off the machine, and I'll finish the rest of it with a handsaw. I'm going to start to hollow out the inside of the top of the lid. Once I get that done, I can reverse that inside the chuck also. Now I mounted the bottom back into a jam chuck so I could really refine the shape of this thing and get a nice smooth cut out of it. Now I'm going to start to apply the friction polish, and what you want to do here is just move it back and forth, continuously keeping the rag wet. Keep dropping it on there, and actually you need to put a little pressure on it to heat it up, and that'll cause the wax inside the shellac to melt on there and make a glass-like glossy finish. Here's the process of making a jam chuck so I can reverse it and work on the bottom. Now here I'm just making the lid completely flush with the body. Well guys, that's it for this project. We're done. Nice lidded box here. Little design on top. Burned it on the bottom. Nice. Keep some rings in there. Some small trinkets. Finish the inside. Has a little tenon on there. Goes right inside. To match up the grain. I don't think, if I'm going to do this again, I don't think I'm going to be using oak. Very hard to turn oak. Very solid piece of wood. So next time I'll use maybe a little cherry, soft maple, maybe even some mahogany. But anything other than oak. The friction polish worked out real nice. I don't know if you could see that gloss. The light's reflecting off it real nice. That was the little concoction that we made there with the denatured alcohol, the boiled linseed oil, and the shellac. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.